Bitcoin took some liquidity and went up, as I told you earlier. Nasdaq took out the level we aimed for last week. SUI is building something very beautiful here, and we can aim for. And this red level is very important in Solana. I would like to see. Hi everybody, and warmly welcome to this market outlook where we're gonna have a look at Bitcoin, Nasdaq, SUI, and Solana. My name is Hasse, and I've been trading and investing for over 8+ years. And this is the place where we'll leave out the emotions and focus on logics and statistics. Before we head into the charts, let's start with the calendar for the week. Well, what do we have this week? We have CPI on Tuesday, which is very important, high impact news to have in mind. Then we have PPI on Thursday and a Powell speech there also. These are, in my opinion, the most important news for the week. And if we have a look at the earnings calendar, there's nothing special here when it comes to reports. And then we can head into the fear and greed. We are in greed in S&P 500, and we have more room to go here to extreme greed. But remember, this doesn't go up like straight away. It goes often a little up, a little down, and goes up like this. And when it comes to Bitcoin fear and greed, we are on greed, and we also have more room to go here to the upside, in my opinion. If we have a look at the liquidations in Bitcoin, we can see that 8th of May, we had a large amount of liquidations of shorts, which often means that we can see a pivot point in the market or a slowdown of the trend. Here, just showing you, this was 8th of May, and we have actually seen a slowdown in the trend the last few days. If we have a look at the daily exchange volume, we can actually see that we are breaking up above this high, which is very good. The most important thing I'm looking for right now, if we actually can create a higher high and then a higher low and then break again, then in my opinion, this is confirmed that we have been bottoming out here and we are aiming for higher levels in the daily exchange volume. And what this actually means is that more money is flowing into crypto basically, which is very important if we want to see all-time highs and higher levels. And if we head into the charts, we were looking at Bitcoin last week and I told you that I want to see a liquidity grab before heading to higher levels. And we can actually see here, if we go to the 4-hour chart, we can actually see how it builds up liquidity here. This is called engineering liquidity. It is building up a trend line like this to make the beginners think that yeah, this will be respected and we will go up. And then it breaks the trend line just a little, just to make the beginners think that we are going down even further, and then we just explode up. So what we're seeing right now is engineering liquidity again. So in my opinion, what we're seeing right now, it is just squeezing itself up here. And always when you see a trend strong like this, the best case scenario is actually to make people think that we will go down and then it just continues up. This is just how you can think in general, that often when a trend is very strong like this, you don't see the deep retracements, etc. It is often engineering liquidity, taking out some liquidity, then it moves even higher. So this is something you can have in mind, but I'm aiming for all-time high and higher levels in Bitcoin. And I'm seeing that we are in a very strong territory. And as long as we keep us above this demand zone, this is in the 2-day chart. As long as we are above this demand zone, it is a very, very strong territory. It doesn't mean that we are in some kind of bear market if we just break this zone. I'm just telling you that it is a very strong territory if we keep the price above it. If we break that zone, I'm more than happy to give you some more inputs, etc. I'm seeing basically every down move as an opportunity to aim for all-time high and higher levels. And you can also think like this. We were here, and when we went up to this high, it took 168 days to deliver $60,000. And you can actually see that $60,000 up took 478 days earlier. And when we head into the end stages of the bull market, the price goes up much faster. You can think like this now. $60,000 should not take 168 days, which it took here. It should go much faster if we are in the end stages of the bull market, basically, which I think we are. And Nasdaq, we were looking at it last week, and I told you I'm aiming for this black level here. And we have been creating a gap here. And often Nasdaq tend to go down in the gap, fill it up or touch it, and then continue higher. This could be a plan for the week to just mark it out. We can have the 1-hour chart here, mark out the gap, and we can actually aim down to the gap. We want to see a test of the gap, and then we can look for confirmation there to aim for even higher levels. That could be a good bias for the week. But I'm very bullish to Nasdaq, and I'm actually aiming for all-time high and higher levels here. And it looks like we are doing something like the Corona crash. We just crashed very fast, and I'm looking for a fast recovery here also. If we have a look at SUI, we can see that we are in a demand zone here. This down move before the up move, we are coming into the demand zone, sweeping out liquidity, breaking above this high, and then breaking above this high too. So I'm really bullish to SUI, and I'm looking for all-time high here, and I'm seeing every down move here in SUI actually as an opportunity to aim for that level. And as long as we don't break below these lows, we are in a strong, beautiful uptrend. And it's okay, it's not a biggie to break this low, but it would be very nice if we held it, because this is a demand zone, and it is a sign of strength if we actually just create higher lows and higher highs here and continue trending up. If you want an update on SUI, I'm more than happy to give you that, but this is the thoughts I'm having for now. And just a short input on Solana, we have this green zone here. You can see the levels. It's a support zone, you can call it. We have been sweeping out a lot of liquidity here, breaking above this high, and then making a correction and breaking again, which increases the probabilities that this is the low. And to confirm that, I want in the weekly chart to see a weekly candle close above this red horizontal line. If we see that, I'm actually starting to aim for all-time high and higher levels in Solana. So that is my main focus right now, to look for a weekly close above this red line. And if we see that in Solana, I'm seeing every down move as an opportunity to aim for all-time highs. That was it for the week. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and hit a thumbs up, and see you in the next market outlook. Bye.